Yeah, welcome to our Lore Legends, also known as Two Truths and a Lie, with a little nerdy spin. So, Nathan, the first question for you is going to be about hammers. A question about incredibly powerful hammers, and not a single one of them is Mjolnir.
Bullocks.
Hammers. A question about incredibly powerful hammers, and not a single one of them is Mjolnir. First one up is the Gravity Hammer. As the energy sword is to the Sangheili, so is the Gravity Hammer to the Jiralhane. From Regicide to Griffball, the Gravity Hammer is hefted by chieftains and manipulates gravity by creating a shockwave and deals massive damage to those players you choose to smite. Item number 2, the 40k Thunderhammer is truly iconic. This energy weapon releases a massive wave of energy on impact and is wielded by many agents of the Imperium, most of which are Astartes due to its massive girth, bulk. The Forces of Chaos also employ the variant of the Thunderhammer known as the Demon Hammer, wielded by Chaos champions and inscribed with ruinous sigils. The third and final one is the Fallout Hammer. Need to crack some heads in the wasteland? Out of all the crazy melee weapons in the Fallout saga, the Super Sledge is so much fun. The variant used in the TV series and in Fallout 4 also features a rocket booster, because why not? The hammer is best used when paired with the perks Big Leagues, Blacksmith, and Action Boy/Action Girl, since you really chew through those APs. Which one of those is the legend or the lie?
What is wrong with you? First of all, masterfully worded questions, because I have no freaking idea. Here's the thing. My first inkling is to go for your choice of perks for the Super Sledge, and that Blacksmith. No, maybe did I just have a brain come? That's so wild,
dude. Okay, you can't say that.
It's a brain blast. It's from Jimmy Neutron. I'm sorry. Nathan said something weird again. Okay.
Hi, Jimmy's mom.
Okay, so
I'm having a brain blast.
I can't find anything wrong with the Jiralhane hammer, the Gravity Hammer. Great Griffball reference, by the way.
The best game mode. It's the best game mode.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
Problem is I have no idea how it works. I'm like, man, I don't know. I just know it goes boom. So, no idea on that. The Thunder Hammer, I know that there's Thunder Hammers. I know that there's Demon Hammers. But I'm like, I don't know. I couldn't fact check you if my life depended on it. Now, the perks that you mentioned in Fallout 4, I think that's what I'm going to choose to focus in on. Blacksmith is the ability to craft those weapons, but it doesn't necessarily give you like extra damage. But although you did just say like it goes well with. So I don't know if that means like you can, if you're referencing like that perk makes you better at fighting, because I don't think it does.
I'm not. I'm being pretty general with the perks.
Okay, so if you have a melee build, then you're going to probably go with Blacksmith, because you can craft things. Big Leagues, I believe, is the perk that the Pit Boy is like standing there with a bat and is blowing bubblegum bubbles, and it just helps you do extra damage, I think, by giving you a chance to hit home runs, which is like extra critical damage, I think.
That sounds right.
What was the
I wrote
third
this like
perk?
Action Boy/Action Girl, which gives you more AP.
Which is good, because you need to hit stuff. Oof. I talked myself out of number 3. That's the problem. I talked myself into it, then I talked myself out of it.
That is allowed.
Because Warhammer is the most obscure universe here, and I'm having a hard time piecing all of these apart, I'm going to say number 2 is the Legend, the Warhammer one.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, this is my final answer.
All right, well, consider your score updated from 5-3 to now 6-3. Because that is correct, brother. Nice job.
Why was it correct?
The Demon Hammer is not used by Chaos champions. It's actually used by the Ordo Malleus.
The Inquisitors. No shit.
By the Inquisitors. Dude.
Yeah. I knew that. The guy from Dawn of War, the Inquisitor.
This is the super badass Inquisitor.
And he really smacks down on things. And that's not even remotely good about how good his voice sounds. Man. Beans.
Yeah, the Demon Hammer is an Imperium weapon.
It's not a Chaos weapon. God, I feel
was that
so
good?
Stupid. That was good. I feel...
But you got it right. You got it right.
Our listeners, again, you guys always get the chance to like write down your answers, play along with us, pause before we get to the answers. You have plenty of time of me sounding like an idiot talking about Fallout perks, haven't touched in a minute. So make sure you guys go through those. Andrew, are you ready for your first item?
Yeah.
You better be. Okay, so the theme for this is going to be faction icons. Item number 1. Space Marine chapters have interesting heraldry, often depicting fierce creatures. The Space Wolves have the wolf, the Salamanders a dragon, the Carcharodons a shark, and the Dark Krakens feature a white squid on a purple field. Item number 2. In Lord of the Rings, Gondor is represented by a white tree on a dark field, Rohan a white horse on a green field, and Mordor a red eye icon on a black field. Item number 3. In Star Wars, the Empire is represented by the white cog, the Rebels by a red rebel insignia. Not trying to trick you on that one, that is just the general rebel insignia. I don't know what to call it. House Kryze with the Mandalorian owl, and the Partisans by a flying X-Wing squadron across a red field.
I hate you so much because you keep giving me these easy ones and then like one really obscure one. Like it's the last one in every single question that I have no idea. I don't know what the Partisans icon is. I don't know what the Dark Kraken's icon is, and I'm not 100% sure on the Mordor icon. Like it makes sense that it would be a red eye. Like I know it's not the white hand of Saruman, because that's Saruman's army and not Sauron's army.
That would have been a good one. Okay.
It also would have been a dead giveaway because I'm like, oh, well, it's not that one. And so I think I just have to guess. Okay, so the Space Wolves have the wolves, the Salamanders a dragon. Is it technically a drake? Like they call them drakes on Nocturne.
I am not trying to mess you up by dragon versus drake. Those words can be interchangeable there. I will say that.
Okay, that's still gives me nothing because the Dark Krakens is really the thing that is screwing me up. I'm pretty sure House Kryze is the Mandalorian owl. That seems really familiar, but again, it's the Partisans that I don't really know. I'm going to go with number 1. I think the Dark Krakens is wrong because I actually think it's a purple squid on a white field, not a white squid on a purple field. I don't know. Number 1. It's my official guess.
That is incorrect, brother.
Of course it is.
So sorry. So the answer for this one was number 3. Everything was correct except the Partisans, because you should take the time right now and just look up the Partisans logo because it's dumb as hell. It is nothing. It is some abstract shape. It's not X-Wings flying over a red field or anything like that. It's like a block thing. I couldn't even come up with the words of how to describe what that actually is because it's nonsense. I was like, you guys,
it's just a fat arrow.
Yeah, it's nothing. So that's the Partisans flag, and I was like, oh, there's no way he knows this because I didn't know it. I had to look it up. Just messing with you, but I tried to throw in as many on all of those. Tried to throw in as many gimmies as possible, like stuff that you knew, minus the one at the end on each one. So I'm glad you caught the pattern on this.
So I'm now 5-4, and you're at 6-3. So at this point, you are officially in the lead.
Scores have been updated.
All right, your next question is going to be all Star Wars. It is going to be concerning heavy weapons from the Battlefront franchise.
Oh my god.
Star Wars Battlefront features many different weapons for the heavy class, giving the player plenty of options to mow down your enemies. Number 1, one of my personal favorites is the TL-50, featured also in Jedi Knight Jedi Academy. This rifle, with an incredible fire rate, also features a secondary fire that first charges up and then shoots off a ball of energy into a concussive blast that deals high area of effect damage. Aiming is stupid anyway.
Correct.
Number 2.
Love that.
Number 2 is the Z6 rotary cannon, is another primary weapon unique to the heavy class where you can put a torrent of fire downfield. This weapon has appeared in such famous cameos as the Ark Commandos at the Battle of Hypori in Legends, Rom Koda's Elite Militia, and several times in the Clone Wars. Number 3. Need a more deliberate form of heavy blaster fire? Equip the T-21 Heavy Blaster Rifle. This weapon, which essentially just looks like a giant tube with a pistol grip and stock attached to the back, this weapon fires much slower but packs a lot more damage. Used by the clones and later the Imperial Stormtrooper Corps, the T-21 is also seen by sand troopers on Tatooine in the original film.
So I can vividly see item number 1 and item number 3 in my mental eye. So because I am the least familiar with Rom Koda and the other folks that you said, what was the weapon from number 2 again?
The Z6 rotary cannon.
Can you read number 2 again?
The Z6 rotary cannon is another primary weapon unique to the heavy class where you can put a torrent of fire downfield. This weapon has appeared in such famous cameos as the Arc Commandos at the Battle of Hypori, it's just a minigun, Rom Koda's Elite Militia, where they're seen, you have to block a bunch of shots, and several times in the Clone Wars.
Rats. I'm going to go with number 2 because I don't know if it's Rom Koda or not. That is my final answer.
It is Rom Koda. However, you still got it right because I said this is a primary weapon. It is not. It's one of the cards you equipped. You equip the rotary cannon in Star Wars Battlefront for a limited amount of time because it puts down.
Yep.
Yeah, you have to hip fire it. Yeah, so you got it.
Nice.
You stinker.
I need to refresh myself on some of these battles because I do not remember. Okay, so that puts my score up to 7-3, and the score has been updated at the top of the sheet. All right, we're going to get into my second lore or legends. We're going to talk about big-ass explosives. Item number 1. The proton torpedo used in Star Wars is a classic anti-ship torpedo with the ability to burst through ray shields, particle shields, and dense hull plating. I wrote hill plating, it is supposed to say hull plating. There we go, fixed it. Item number 2, virus bombs launched from orbit were used for maximum prejudice on a planet-wide extermination scale. The Life Eater virus inside would turn all organic matter into wet slop. This is a Warhammer weapon, by the way.
I was going to say that's from the Horus Heresy and the Battle of Istvan.
Yes. Item number 3. Nukes still exist in many sci-fi universes. In Halo, the UNSC used them liberally against the Covenant armadas in their desperate attempt to survive the Human Covenant War.
I have bitten myself in the butt so many times because I just raced through it and I think I understand which one it is. But I think I do understand which one it is. I think it's number 1. I don't think the proton torpedo can go through shields. I think it can destroy shields by doing a lot of damage, but it doesn't just go through them. I think it's number 1.
That's your final answer?
Correct. That is my final answer.
That is actually right on the titties because...
don't say that. Jeez.
I didn't say the whole thing. Item number 1 is the fiction because proton torpedoes cannot go through particle shields. However, proton torpedoes can go through ray shields. Particle shields, particle.
They just go right through ray shields? Really?
Yes.
That's interesting. I didn't actually know that. That's... Because ray shields block matter. I guess not that fast.
That's just what the wiki says.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Yeah, so very nice. You get an extra point for that, and I will update your score to 6-4. You're only 1 point behind me.
Yeah, 1 point behind. Because you're a 7-3.
7-3.